Hello YouTube, Brent Peeler here with you. Coming to you from Phuket, Thailand. Just chilling out here at the pool. You got that Patong mansion sign. Got the city lights behind me. It's about 8 o'clock. Just chilling here at the pool, folks. Thought I'd make this quick little video here in the land of the smiles. Figured out why they call it the land of the smiles. It's all them happy endings they've been giving out. I don't know, I figured I'd make this video and kind of talk about the difference between Thailand and Philippines. And before I start, I'm just going to say that I love both countries. I'm not knocking either when it comes to any of these points. But I've been in the Philippines for the last, well, I guess 7 out of the last 12 months. With a couple of breaks, went back to the United States and then went to Vietnam. But the last stretch I did was spent about 5 months there. And I've been in Thailand for a little over a month total in the last year. So I'm no expert on either country, folks. It's just my opinions and the way I kind of see it. And if you're thinking about trying to pick between the two, Thailand or the Philippines, I don't think you can go wrong in either country. They're both great, but they're way different. There's more. I'd say there's more luxury type accommodations in Thailand, and I've never lived in Manila. I've lived in Cebu for a month, but you can get a decent condo in Manila and Cebu from my experience and what I've been told about Manila. But I think you'd be better off if you're, I don't know, it's hard to say. The prices here on living expenses here in Thailand seem to be about par with what they are in the Philippines, I'd say. Other than I think you get more for your buck here. Now that don't mean that you'll spend less here, because I've spent way more in the last 5 days here in Thailand than I did the last 2 weeks in the Philippines, and that's no shit. It just, there's more temptation here in Thailand, if you know what I mean. This is like Angeles City times 1,000. So you really gotta be careful. Hell, I didn't even leave the hotel room today, other than to go down and get something to eat and stuff, just because the temptation is everywhere, folks. And whatever you want, it's at your fingertips. So if you've got the money, you can get the honey, if you know what I mean. So keep that in mind. There's not this kind of temptation in the Philippines. Philippines is more of a slow pace type. I guess you could say more of a relationship type place, if that's what you're looking for. But I don't have much faith in relationships these days. When it comes to, are they legit? Are they, you know what I mean? You know, you just never know. When you're in a foreign country, you're just gonna automatically feel like you're the wanted for the money. I mean, that's just the way it is, and you're probably usually going to be right if you're thinking that, because there's no way you're these girls' first choice. You're just a step up when it comes to bettering their lives, and if that betters yours, well then that's a match. Call it a wrap. But I've heard lots of stories about foreigners, Farangs, depending on where you're at, what they call you. But you'll always be a foreigner, folks. No matter how long you live in a country, you're always going to be the foreigner, and that's just the way it is. But I enjoy both countries. I accept them for what they are. They accept me for what I am, and that's just a visitor. I'm a visitor in their world. I play by their rules, and that's all we can do. I think it was they came out with the term expats because they didn't like the term foreigner or farang or whatever you want to call us. It was us that come up with that term because we didn't like being called a foreigner. But that's all you're ever going to be. I don't care if you call yourself a expat, sexpat, passport bro, farang, foreigner. You're a foreigner in somebody else's country, and whether you like that country or not, you're still representing the country that you come from. So keep that in mind. Don't go to a new country and act like an ass, whether you like it or not, because you represent something bigger. So I try to keep that in mind. There's things in both places that I don't like, but I'm a guest, so I'm gonna act accordingly. I do. I enjoy Southeast Asia. I enjoyed Vietnam. I've still got my eye on Cambodia. But every one of these countries is its own place. It's got its own atmosphere or vibe or whatever you call it. Thailand's wild. Thailand is a party place. It never sleeps. It's a great place. Probably an awesome destination for younger people. But seems like this is where it catches a bunch of old guys too. I see lots of old guys strolling around the streets of both cities I've been to, Bangkok, Patong. I mean, they're everywhere. And you see some younger backpackers that got their own life goals, and they're just here passing through or backpacking or whatever it is they do. So, but both places. I would say that Thailand's probably a little easier to navigate than the Philippines because you don't have to deal with all the ferries. You don't have to deal with all the one-way trips to Cebu or Manila to fly anywhere. It's just, I think it's a lot easier to travel here, especially not having to deal with separate islands and ferries but it is easier to, if you're wanting to ride legally or drive legally in the Philippines, is a whole lot easier if you've got your driver's. I drove for 5 months on a regular driver's license. I never had a motorcycle endorsement, never had any of that, and never worried about it. Never worried about it once. But I'm sure that if I got in an accident or something, that I would probably figure out that I was in the wrong. But here in Thailand, I started to rent a motorbike this morning and go to the next town over called Rawawi, and I asked them how the police situation was, and they said they'll stop you, and it's 1,000 baht every time they stop you. So I decided that little trip wasn't that important to me. I looked it on Grab. I could pay like 250 baht to take me, but then I changed my mind. Never did go anywhere. So got some hotties over here joining me in the pool here in a minute. Hopefully they'll jump right in. But yeah, Vietnam. I rode my motorbike all up and down Vietnam and never had an issue. But I was told that they would stop you. But it was a deal in Vietnam that they said that they would stop you and give you a ticket, and then you was good to go. They'd leave you alone. If you got stopped again, you just give them the cop's number. They'd call him, say, yeah, I already got him, leave him alone. But in Thailand, they claim every time it's 1,000, and 1,000 baht is like $30. So keep that in mind if you're wanting to do a little traveling. I just feel safer in the Philippines. The women in Thailand are just next level. There's beautiful women all over the Philippines, but I don't know if it's just the places I've been, but I mean, dating is not an issue over here. It's so abundant that you don't even look for it, that you know that you could just walk out the door, and so that makes you not chase it near as bad, if you will, or it does me. I'm not near as interested as I thought I would be, because you can go through a lot of money over here pretty quick. I've had a massage every day, and just where the hell did my money go? I spent, like I say, probably $400 in 4 days, probably. But there's things over here that cost more. I know medication. I thought medication would be cheap over here. The first or second night, I went to the pharmacy and got some Nexium. I was having heartburn real bad. Hell, that shit cost $30 for 14 tablets of just heartburn medicine. I don't know what anything else cost over here, but I do know the medicine's a lot higher than I thought it would be. But that's it. Just depends what you want, folks. I think Thailand is more of a vacation spot. Everything in Southeast Asia is so close together and so affordable to get to. There's no need in worrying about how long you can stay. I know a bunch of people are stressed out about the Philippines changing their stuff. If they've changed it, they may not even change it. They're just probably following the rules that they used to. But I can see changes coming down the line. But I wouldn't worry about it. Hey, you step out of the country for a week or two and go back in and start over. I think you can fly if you plan it right. You can round trip tickets to Thailand from the Philippines for $100 if you give yourself a little time at all. So, I wouldn't worry about that, and I would definitely think about spending a little time in a couple different countries, Thailand, Vietnam, especially if you're single. Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines, Malaysia, Bali. Bali may be a young man's game these days. I don't know. It used to be pretty high on my list, but not so much, or not as much. I've watched a lot of videos, and it just seems to be growing and growing and growing. It's probably past its prime. It's probably it's actually probably what the Philippines used to be. I wasn't there when the Philippines was a good hot spot, but I think I missed the Philippines by about 5 years of it being what everybody said it was. So that's just my opinion. There's no facts or anything behind that. It's just the way I feel about it, and I think that Thailand is just one of these hubs it's going to be here. It's going to be the same thing for a long time, but it's more of a transactional deal over here. You know, there's not a lot of that pretend bullshit going on over here. It's more transactional, so keep that in mind. There's a set price for lots of stuff. You can bargain with, you know, damn near anything. So, but both places are good. I love them both. I will be going back to the Philippines sometime. I don't know how soon. What the hell was that? Somebody just got shot down. But anyway, lost my train of thought. Hell, I'm floating up. The food is unbelievable over here. I haven't ate anything over here that I haven't liked, and I would say the food's probably the same price if you can eat Filipino food. I'm not a Filipino food. I can't eat all that shit, you know. But that's a good thing about Filipinos. You can take them on a date and you can feed them for $1. You take them to a steakhouse, order a big steak. They'll take a selfie with it and wish they had a bowl of fish soup or some chicken feet or some shit like that. They just want to take a picture of it. They don't have no desire to eat that. They just want to show their buddies that they've got a steak. Here in Thailand, it's more, I don't know, the food just tastes better to me, and there's more options over here, and it's just a great place. Hell, even the 7-Elevens, you could walk in a 7-Eleven and just eat gas station food and never eat the same meal twice in the month that you're here. They've got so many. It's kind of like Japan. They've got all these pre-made meals, and they're good. They're actually tasty. I love the little gas station sandwich they throw, and they've got them in the Philippines too. But they won't warm them up for you in the Philippines like they will here. They'll throw them on the grill, make you a nice homemade Thai tea here. Them's been my go-tos for the last 4 or 5 days that I've been here. So I'd say the food's probably the same price, but for my palate, I like the food better here in Thailand, and it's I'm not afraid. I told you I'm not afraid eating street food over here like I am in Philippines. I've seen some of the sanitation conditions, kind of, if you will, and it's not that one place is dirty or one place ain't. It might have a little to do with that, but it's you don't see like the ants and the I don't know. Just ants drive me crazy, and them damn cockroaches. No matter where you go, you may not see but one or two in a week, but you'll see them. They'll be big as a quarter. And so, but the ants is what used to drive me crazy. You can't set anything down, or ants will be crawling all over your food or whatever. So, if you're headed to the Philippines, put your food in the refrigerator because don't let the ants carry it away. So, anyway, that's all I got for now. I'm gonna get off here, show you one last spin around here. Little Patong Mansion sign. I'll show you the city lights behind me. But yeah, so far so good. And like I say, this deal could get old in a matter of moments. But right now I'm enjoying it, unwinding, decompressing, recharging. So I think it was a good decision, and I look forward to my new adventures. I got one more night here in the Patong Mansion, and I'll be heading to Koh Phi Phi. May stay there 2 or 3 days, hadn't decided yet. And then we'll worry about the rest later. Oh, quick update on my tablet. Got a phone call from them. My tablet is here in Phuket. I told them I'd wait till I'm flying back on the 27th because it's like a 700 baht taxi ride to the. So I'll just pick that thing up on the way out of here. It's supposedly here, so appreciate everybody who left a comment telling me to pursue that deal. Another thing, one last thing. My Charles Schwab account. I guess I got money out of the ATM the other day, and I guess I left my damn card in the ATM machine because I went to get money out today, no card, and I nearly know I did because there was like a homeless guy sitting underneath the ATM, and I think I was more worried about him than I was getting my card. I got my cash and throwed it in my wallet and got the hell out of there. So I'm pretty sure that my card is in a ATM machine in the city of Bangkok down around Nana Plaza somewhere, and you want to be careful because I think I took out 10,000 baht today, and that's right around 300. I think it come out to 290 or something like that. But it cost me $320 to take it out, so that's going to get old in a hurry. So hang on to your shit. Maybe I'm done doing all this brain dead leaving shit. I hope I am. I don't know what's got into me. Hell, I hadn't lost anything, and I don't know when. And then as soon as I get to Thailand, I turn dumber than a box of shit. So may have something to do with all these happy endings. You never know. But I've been cheesing like a possum eating shit. So anyway, folks, that's all I got. I'm gonna ease on over here and see what these girls are up to. Lots of Russian chicks over here, believe it or not. Lots of Russians, even all over the dating apps and all that kind of stuff. The Russians are in Ukraine. They're both over here, so a little more variety over here than say the Philippines. But you can't go wrong either place. There's beautiful women in both places, and it just feels good to not to be worried about that right now. Not to think that I have to participate in the dating scene right now. I can just kick back, relax, and enjoy the ride, folks. That's what it's all about. That's all I got for now. This is Brent's Tripping. Peace.